Hi, it's me, Lisa Rose, and it's Sunday, so happy Sunday. It's brunch time here in California, my favorite time of Sunday. And hi to everybody on Instagram. Thanks for joining me. I will be talking today about my new group coaching program. It's called Truly Living You Group Coaching, and it's open for enrollment this week. I'll put in the comments section the links that you need to be able to get some more information and to sign up for it. But I thought I would pop in here today just to answer any questions about those of you who are considering being on the program. And I already have a bunch of questions that were sent to me, and I just thought I'd go through some of those. And the program that I created, it's called Truly Living You Group Coaching. It's 4 weeks. It starts on March 3rd through the 31st. I created it for primarily for creative women on their quest for change in midlife. If you live to be 50, 25 is midlife, right? If you live to be 80, 40 is midlife, and so on. So I'm really, in that 25 to 45 demographic where women are really thinking about what it is that they want to be doing for real. Maybe not what they went to college for, maybe not what's expected of them, maybe not what they have been doing thus far. So it's something that I did, like 10 years ago, I thought, something's missing here. I want something more. I was successful at what I was doing. I loved my job. I was happy. I had a great relationship. I had friends, but I just felt like, I wasn't really getting exactly what it was that I wanted. And what I wanted was pretty big. I thought, I don't know if I can even get it, but I wanted to switch to a mobile lifestyle from having a practice, an in-person practice. And I wanted this mobile lifestyle, especially with the evolution of devices and technology. It's much easier to be on the move and still have your thing going, and still be able to work. When I was a private art dealer, that was more difficult because I had to be, in a particular place looking at artwork and with clients. But once I switched over to the healing arts, I had an in-person practice and wanted to be mobile because I really wanted to live in different parts of the world at different times. And so it took me a couple of years to get it, to literally manifest it. A couple of years, I would say maybe 2.5, because I had to change my business model. I had to learn technology. I had to think about it. Obviously, I had to figure out how I was going to live in different parts of the world on the same, on my same living budget that I was living here in California. So I managed to figure that out. And I ended up, over the last 10 years, I was dividing my time between Hawaii, Big Island of Hawaii, here, California, which I love too, and also in Europe. So I've been living in those 3 places. So that was my dream. That's what I wanted to change in the middle of my life, in midlife, right? And I'm a creative woman. So I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out how I did it. And I'm going to grab those tools and teach them. And I thought, I thunk. Is that even a word? So I thought a good way to do it would be to have a 4-week group coaching program. So that's why I created it. And it's a beta program. It's the first time that I'm doing it, which is why the price is so low. Everyone's been asking me, why is it so cheap? This is why, right? So that's a question I will answer. The program is broken down into 4 weeks, right? Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then we gather again on week 5, as the finale, right? As a celebration, final Q&A, and to take a look at what you did and what the results are, and how you have a plan. I have to say that there is an awful lot in this program. As I was creating it, I was thinking, okay, so if you're going to be digging really deep into yourself to excavate what it is that you desire, what else do you need to have or to know how to do in order to be able to get a quality, right, a quality result? And for week 1, it's definitely learning to properly meditate and shutting off this mind chatter. I mean, we don't turn off the thinking mind when we're meditating. You're just managing it. You're managing it for a few minutes or an hour, however long you're in a meditative state. But so many people aren't doing it properly or correctly, and so they give up, So I thought, okay, week 1, that's a great tool in addition to the content of the coaching. Week 2, additional tool will be learning to tap in and awaken your natural intuition so that it can be in service to you and you can receive guidance as you're considering all of the options in front of you and the choices that you're going to make, right? So each week there's coaching content and there's also tools, right? And then there's PDFs. I'll be sending you videos. It's going to be delivered by email. So that way you have a whole week, to work on whatever it is that is the topic for that week. So week 1, right? It's 1 week. Week 2, that's why it's weekly. And then we meet live. So what I decided to do with this program is to use all kinds of media, right? So everything will be delivered by the email when you sign up. You'll get it on Sunday mornings. And then on Thursday afternoons, we'll meet in a private Facebook group, right? We'll meet there so that you have direct live access to me for questions and laser coaching. And it will go on that way with that kind of a program. Email, we get to meet, you can share in the private Facebook group, you can ask questions. I will be checking in there regularly. The coaching program is augmented with PDFs and worksheets to support you and mini courses. How to work with your intuition, how to work with meditation, how to begin to engage your manifesting powers, how to work with the law of attraction. So there's a lot there to help you think about what you really want, create a plan to be able to get it, and then to work with the things that come up whenever it is that we decide to change something up, right? Change is difficult. Sometimes it's really scary. Sometimes it's so scary we don't even take the first step. So being in a community or in a group program, you get support from the whole community in addition to my expertise as well. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Lisa Rose. I am a spiritual mentor, coach, and also an intuition expert. And I work with creative women in their quest for change at midlife. I also do intuition development, and I do online courses and things like that, right? So to be able to support those topics. Intuition development, soul work, working with your spirit guides, manifesting, creating the life you love. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. And I teach what I know, right? So let me go to some of the questions. I love this first question, all right? Because we're doing this week 1. If you sign up in the program, I should say when you sign up in the program, because if you're watching me, obviously you're interested in change, and I hope you'll join me. The very first week, I'm going to take you through a journey, and the way we'll do it is through guided meditation, but it's really a journey. And what you're going to do is you're going to be working in what's called the sacred cube of space. And I was taught this by my teacher, Sonia Choquette, who's an expert on intuition development and working with spirit guides and all of that. She's a Hay House author. She's fabulous. So I remember when we were talking about change, and she said, we're going to go into this space. It's called the sacred cube of space. And it's a journey, right? So you're going to listen to it in a guided way. And what it is, it's an exercise where you get to see what's coming, right? You're looking at your energy field in the present time. What's coming? It's already kind of making its way towards you. What's leaving in order for you to get what's coming? That which supports you. What has your back? What is your support? What is it that inspires you? And then you also learn what it is that you need to hold at bay, or hold back, or hold down. This is all about boundaries, really. And how the universe at large is going to be able to connect with what it is that you desire and help you get it. All this is in the sacred cube of space. The very first time I did it, it was mind-blowing. And you get an enormous amount of information. So I decided, when I was thinking about this group coaching program, I decided that was how I was going to start. So what happens there is that you instantly are connected to source, right? Source, life force, energy in the universe. And also you're able to use your intuition. And even if you don't know how to do either one of those two things yet, right, the way that we take you there is by engaging your imagination. So there's a direct connection between engaging your imagination and empowering up your natural intuitive abilities. So that's how we're going to start, and that's what it is, the Sacred Cube of Space. So I'm looking to see who's here. Hey, Instas, thanks so much for joining me. Let's see who's here. Taylor and Walter, hi. Nice to see you here. Okay, I'm not sure if I can move this around and see. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, there we go. Looks like Ishan too. Okay, great, thanks. If you have questions, pop them in the comments and I'll answer your questions. I'm talking about this 4-week group coaching program that I'm opening up for enrollment today. It's called Truly Living You Group Coaching. And it's for people who are sort of living in quiet discontentment, but are ready to get out and make some changes in their life, whether it's relationships or career or lifestyle. It could be health. It could be your community or your charitable work or your volunteering. It could be just when you feel like you want something new and different, right? So we take you step by step on how to discover what it is, refine it, figure out what the next step's going to be, and continue on. So one of the other questions that I got about this program, oh, okay, here's a good one. How do I know more about the program? You can go to my website, trulyliving.net, and you will see the very first blog post on the page there is all about this new coaching program. It's called Truly Living You Group Coaching. You can click on that, gives you everything, the whys, why we're doing it, and then there's a program list there where you can actually take a look at what we're going to be doing week by week by week. So I think that'll be very helpful for you. All right, here's the other question that I received. Do I need to know how to use my intuition before enrolling in the program? The answer is that you're already intuitive. So if you don't know what you're doing, it's just that you're not cognizant of it and you're not exercising your intuition with intention. But you are already intuitive. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So you may not be using your intuition right now to the point that you understand all the signs and symbols that are coming your way. But in the program, we'll be working with your intuition, with me as your coach and your guide, and you'll also be receiving my intuition mini course, which was created to just sort of fire up your natural intuitive abilities very quickly and also help you discover which of your intuitive senses is already trying to deliver information to you, but maybe you're just not quite getting it yet. So the answer is you don't have to know it beforehand. I'll be teaching you along the way. Let's see, another question here is, what's the difference between the regular program and the up-level option? Okay, so in this program, there's a program that includes access to me in the private Facebook group. If you sign up and buy it during the pre-sale, you also will get one-on-one time with me, private, half an hour, 30-minute. It's a private coaching session. You'll have that during the program. And then I decided for the people who want more direct access to me than that, I would give them an up-level option where they can, at a reduced rate, schedule 3 coaching sessions with me during the course of the program, right? So it depends on how much of my undivided, individualized attention that you desire as you're going through this program. You can decide if you want to do just the one coaching session and meet me in the Facebook Live group, or if you want more than that. So the more than that version is the up-level version. Other than that, they're the exact same program, right? So the difference is having access with me. Okay, so how will I have access to you to talk about my individual situation? I just answered that question, right? If you sign up for the pre-sale, you'll get a 30-minute bonus, which is a private session with me. If you buy the up-level option, then you'll have another 3 sessions that you'll schedule with me. And we do those by appointment. You'll just schedule them on my online scheduler. I'll give you the link. And that's how you'll have the access. Now, if you end up buying outside of the pre-sale, because the pre-sale is only until, it's only through Monday. Tuesday, the price goes up, right? So the pre-sale price is $157. It's $100 less than the regular price. So it's like I'm giving you $100 this weekend or in the next few days to use on this program. Otherwise, it's $257. It's still a great price. It's a $1,600 program that I created for you. And that is the way I do the math on that one is if you bought everything individually from me, your total would be $1,600. So I decided to package it all together in a 4-week live group coaching program for $257, and the pre-sale price is $157 plus you get the bonus. After the pre-sale is over, the bonus disappears too, right? You have the program for $257, and of course you can always just schedule appointments with me for private sessions whenever you want. Okay, let's see. Will I have access to the program after it's over? Right, so it's over on March 31st because it's a live program. You will have access, obviously, to the content in your emails because I'll keep those links live. You'll have access to all of the video replays from the live group meetings in the Facebook group. You'll still have access to the Facebook group, so the content will sort of live there or rest there. And you'll have access to all of the other programs that I shared with you, right? How to meditate, how to manifest your desires, how to tap into your intuition, in addition to the series of guided meditations that I'm creating to help support you and make some of the exercises a whole lot easier. So you'll have access to that. The only thing that you won't have anymore is me live because I will be going away from that program on the 31st and the program will remain without me. So the answer is yes, you will have access to it afterwards. Okay. The other question is, okay, will you be offering this program again? Well, I don't know. I'm offering it now. So it certainly won't be in this particular version again, because this is the beta version. I'll probably expand it or contract it or slightly change it and alter it. It's not going to become an online course, so to speak. Because you'll have access with me, so it's always a live program, and it certainly isn't going to be offered at $157 ever again. That's because it's the beta price. So I don't know. I don't think so. At this point, I'm offering it now, and I don't know. Maybe I'll offer it in the future, but if I do, it'll be a different version in some way. The topic might be different than it is this time. Okay, how much time? This is a good question. How much time do I need in order to be able to go through the program? All right, so it's a 4-week program, right? So I broke things into blocks of information, 4 weeks, and we meet on the 5th week to talk about results and have final Q&A. Weeks 1 and 2 are the ones that require most of your intense solo attention, right? So what I mean by that is you're going to have to carve out time to spend with yourself. And I would say it's probably anywhere between 1 and 2 hours in the first week. So, if your life and your happiness are important to you, you will find 1 to 2 hours a week to be able to work on yourself in order to be able to get what it is that you want. All right? That's easy. What's difficult is people prioritizing themselves. So many people don't think that what they want is important. They're concerned about everybody else. They're concerned about the spouse or the partner and the kids and the relatives and the job and and their friends, and they don't ever really stop and think, wow, am I doing what I want to be doing, or am I putting my desires on the back burner for so long now that I don't even remember what it is that I really want? That happens a lot. Are you happy with your life the way it is? Are you living in quiet discontentment? So, just imagine that you've given yourself the time to create a life that you really love, right? And you got rid of the quiet discontentment. You had a supportive community and coach to help you through that. You were able to make new choices. You're able to tap into your intuition for clear guidance that you can trust. So now you trust yourself and your choices. Imagine that you're able to manifest what it is that you desire more quickly than you ever have before. And imagine that you're no longer putting the things that you really want to do on the back burner. You're bringing your life and your desires forward. And so, that's what it is that is worth your time, your 1 or 2 hours during the first and second week. Some of the other weeks you might be able to do it all within, like, I would say, an hour. And of course, take the time to meet me live. I'll be meeting live in the Facebook group, so you have direct access to me, and I can also do some laser coaching with you while you're there live. Obviously, you're free to post your questions, and I can answer them. Questions and answers are different than laser coaching, right? So that's why I wanted to be able to do both, where you can have the opportunity to ask questions, do some laser coaching, and then also do the private. But I would say, in order to go through the program and get the best benefit from it, you need to carve out time for yourself, and 1 to 2 hours a week should be sufficient. A week, not a day, right? It's not like going to college where you got 1 or 2 hours of reading to do every night. So it's 1 or 2 hours in the day, in the week. Right? Okay. The other question I have is, what types of changes will this program help me with? I talked about this briefly in the beginning, and it'll help you with relationships, career. It will help you with, let's say, creativity. You're trying to engage your creativity or trying to work on creative projects. Your spirituality, your community, your health, your finances, your contributions, to community and society, maybe your volunteer work, your charitable work, lifestyle is usually the big one. Sometimes people aren't totally clear about exactly what they want to change, but they know that they want a different lifestyle or something different in their life. And so that's why I created this in a slightly broader way, so that you can come to the coaching with whatever it is that you're desiring to change. In other words, it isn't just about how to work with the energy of money. It isn't just about calling in the one partner, the soulmate, or the lover. It isn't about fixing your relationships, right? It's really about you and getting into your desires that might be manifesting themselves as your relationships and your lifestyle and your career, and how you deal with your finances or your community, whatever it is that it might be. The key is, right, it's all about creating a life you love, getting more happiness, more contentment, more pleasure from your life. And I'm teaching it because I did it, and I want to show you how I did it and give you the tools. So that's what you can work. So sometimes, as I said, you're not even sure what you're unhappy about yet. But you know that there's that quiet discontentment. There's got to be something more. How does that show up? Well, that shows up as boredom, right? You're bored, kind of tired. Maybe you even don't have that much energy. There's no joie de vivre. It's just kind of absent. So it's okay, right? Like, you're thinking, well, life's okay, but you don't really have the spark going on that people have when they really love their life. So that's the way, the direction, that's the way that we're going, right? Really love your life. And I can help you, and I want to. Okay, why is the price only $157? Okay, so usually people aren't worried about an inexpensive price, but it's a good question, because it is, as I say, it's a $1,600 program that I'm offering for $157 during pre-sale, and then $257 on Tuesday, and going forward till we start. There's two reasons. The first is that I wanted to make this program accessible to as many people as possible, and that's a price range that's easily accessible for most people. It's a 4-week program, right? And you're getting a free one-on-one bonus session with me, which normally you would pay $120 for. So if you see the value of the bonus and you subtract that from the price, you're paying $37 for a 4-week coaching program with me, right? Where's the buy button? I mean, it's like, for me, that would be a done deal. Okay, and the second reason is because it's my beta program. In other words, it's the first time I'm doing it. So there might actually be so much information in this group coaching program that it should be a 10-week program. I will figure that out at the end of the 4 weeks, whether it should be a 4-week program or maybe next time it's a 10-week program, right? I'll find out which of the materials were the most useful, which ones we don't need to include, if and when I offer this the next time. So that's the reason why I decided to not, make it a $1,600 and instead make it $157 in the pre-sale and $257 in the regular price, right? Because I'm going to be having you be my very first coachees and get feedback from you. So the main point is that I wanted it to be accessible. So let me look around here and see what other questions have popped in here on Sunday. Everybody's probably, either relaxing at the beach, laying in their hammock, right? At soccer games, reading a book. Okay, so, all right. Looks like I hit all the questions. I don't see anything more coming in here. So I'm going to end here. And I will be back this week talking more specifically about the details of the program. Okay, that was FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions. I'm Lisa Rose. I'm a spiritual mentor and intuitive expert, and I'm launching my new coaching program, Truly Living You Group Coaching, for creative women on their quest for change in midlife. I hope you'll join me. Bye for now.